So, I mean, we are now on?
Um,
Hello? Hello, hello.
yeah, there we are.
Happy.
So,
we are now on?
Testing.
Hello? Hello, hello.
Yeah, there we are.
Happy. So, we are now on?
Testing. All right, sweet. What's up? Oh my god, dude. This case. I told you it's going to be the most craziest shit ever.
What you talking about?
The case we're talking about, the Mangione.
Oh, I didn't realize that you had said what we were talking about.
Yeah, the Mangione. So, all right, if you guys don't know, I've been putting out these like little podcasts. I don't know if I'm going to, this one's harder to do because it's
breaking news.
I'm like trying to add music and bullshit to it and make it all podcasty. But I mean, and news is coming out literally every minute.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of supporters for this dude. A lot. Ton. He's kind of like a hero almost to a lot of people. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's still sad that like somebody lost their life. So, the measures taken, Ooh.
Can you get it?
Yep. Hang on. Aloha.
Well, a lot of people don't think it's sad. I'll tell you why. Because this guy, Brian Thompson, CEO of United Health Care, was going to an investor conference because United Healthcare has just their stock has just skyrocketed before this because their approval rating is up to 32%, or excuse me, denial rating is up to 32%. The highest in the industry for medical health care. And so they're touting it like it's a good thing. That's a terrible thing. So I'm going to be honest. I'm glad this guy got killed. All right. Because how many people has this guy killed with his freaking algorithm denying people's health care? This guy is a serial killer. And I don't think anyone on the internet will come on here and tell me to fuck off for saying that. I think everyone feels the same way. He did get arrested at McDonald's, but he's a hero because of what he did. Now, I'm not saying, all right, I don't know.
I don't want to say that killing somebody is heroic. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're trying to say. I think.
This company has just implemented this AI that their employees are calling the death calculator. Okay. And it is removing the human aspect from claim approval and denials. They are bragging that they can deny a patient a healthcare insurance in 6 minutes and have no human interaction. A human doesn't even review the file. So, all right. If you don't think this guy is a hero, think about the little 14, 15-year-old, which is probably a lot, or younger, who was suffering from leukemia and needs treatment. And this guy has implemented an AI system purposely to deny that. That is terrible. And this guy, I mean, dude, I
think can I play the devil's advocate approach to what you're saying? Is it okay?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I think it is I think it is a it's not one person. Like, the institution itself is flawed, right? I think that's the...
Well, I want to say, when I'm writing this podcast I'm doing, the healthcare industry isn't flawed. It was designed that way. You can't, I mean, if you want to send a message, and that message is very clear at this point, because go to any video with this case in it, any video, any article, and you won't find more than 2% people that have sympathy for this dude, for Brian Thompson. There's some, because everyone knows that his company just denies people health care. They take their money, they're posting a huge profit, and they're now implementing an AI death calculator to raise the denial rates even further. It is absolutely disgusting. And that's why I think this guy, is a hero. Or people think he's a hero. I think he's a hero. In fact, I don't know. I think people will think he's a hero after a while.
I wish there was a different... certainly, people are talking about it.
Do you want me to show you? I'll show you any video, and
I'm just giving you another perspective.
Not only that, but if you guys watch the press conference right when it happened, and I'll go to it now, but the press conference with the NYPD, I've never seen a press conference where they're looking for a killer, and in the press conference, halfway through, they're like, oh, and don't forget to come to the tree lighting, the big tree lighting. Don't forget to come. They start the press conference off saying that this was a targeted attack. Mm-hmm. And then they posted $10,000 reward for this guy, which is fucking peanuts because the guy's worth $10 million, right?
A year.
$10 million a year, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really think anyone's missing this guy. I'll tell you that. I mean, I know you want to be like the human interaction. He's got kids or whatever.
Yeah, he's still a person. I think it's like...
But he's a fucking terrible person. How is he not a terrible person? How? How is he not a terrible person?
It's hard because he just because he's the guy at the corner office does not mean that he's the only person that's like at
that is saying, oh, it's not me, it's the company. He's the motherfucking CEO. He is the company.
I am just trying to say I wish people were talking about it from a different way.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, people have always been frustrated about the cost of healthcare, rising costs. It's a problem for employers. It's a problem for the, people that need the healthcare. So I'm just trying to say it's crazy that a lot of the things that people are saying now, like this, it's really sparked certainly a different conversation. Then I think it's grabbed people's attention in a different way.
Yeah.
In that there can be apparently deadly consequences if you are leading a company or an organization and, there's corporate greed or what have you involved.
Yeah. So let me, this is the press conference here. Oh, God, I hate your computer sometimes. 1 second.
So, and everyone has a different experience with, with claims and things like that. It's a very personal case-by-case thing, but apparently it's done very automated.
No, it's only been automated since 2022. That's what I'm finding out.
Interesting.
And dude, did anyone listen to the Micah Miller episode I'm doing? Like, guys, AI is like really scary at this point, and it's getting worse.
Well, I know there's a heck of a lot of conspiracy around this case too, similar to the Micah Miller. That I hadn't really considered a lot on the Micah case until your most recent episode that came out about it. I was certainly questioned a lot after that.
Yeah.
So what are some of the, you know?
Let me look at let's look at the press conference, the first one right quick. Sorry, I had to restart the computer. But let me look at the press conference right quick, just a little bit, so we get everyone. And then we're going to go into all the things. I'll talk about like everything that's been found out. And then we'll talk about even some conspiracies like you're talking about with the, damn, your shit's got spam on it.
I don't know.
Your computer's spammed out. It's got like all kinds of shit. Anyway, let me see. Here's this press conference. Hopefully it plays. Oh, God. Come on. Go fuck yourself. Let's see.
Ads on ads.
There. Investor conference, it appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target. The suspect fled, first on foot, then on an e-bike, and was last seen in Central Park on Center Drive early this morning. The victim was removed to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced. We've been in touch with his family, his friends, and his colleagues, and they are very much in our thoughts and prayers at this hour. The full investigative efforts of the New York City Police Department are well underway, and we...
All right, let me skip forward half of this. I'm telling you, he talks...
That appear is in Central Park.
Is there a way to fighting it?
We're still tracking,
Let's see.
in charge of the conference. There have been any specific threats against him in the past. As
tree lighting. The tree lighting is...
Tree lighting.
Good morning, Dean. Just
Come on
really
at him,
quick.
buddy.
This incident will not affect the tree lighting. The tree lighting is slated to start at 7 p.m. The show, the actual lighting of the tree, will be close to 10 o'clock, actually 9:55 p.m. We will have a massive police presence out there around Rockefeller Center from 52nd Street all the way down to 47th Street. We will have plainclothes out there, a plainclothes detail out there. We will have our CRC act.
So anyway, they're trying to say that it was targeted so people aren't scared. Mm-hmm. All right, so it was...
Which it was.
Yeah, I know it was. It was. Let's read some of the comments right quick if you want. Let's find the real video. That's like someone uploaded it, so there's no comments on it. Let's see.
Lawrence, it's obviously people are more concerned about the tree lighting. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they gave a $10,000 reward is, I mean, dude, I've seen dogs get more than that, you know? So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm off, but I fully think that dude deserved to fucking die.
They're
That's just what I think. Dude.
Well, what are you're entitled to to that. I know that there was a lot of like commentary as they're coming out, about what motivated this individual and some of the things that he was, looking into. What are some of the things that you've found, or should I not ask this because you're working on this as a story? Hey, Martin. Also, hey, Susan, Wayne, Corey. Didn't say hey to you earlier. Thanks for joining.
See, here's some of the comments. This is getting more coverage than United Healthcare ever gave. It says, let me see. He is clearly guilty. Sentence him to 10 hours of community service and a $50 fine. Holy shit. All right, so let's talk about, let me tell you what the case, I'm going to tell you everything about the case so far damn it. I'm on your computer, so it's all fucked up.
Sorry.
So the guy was caught on Monday, which was the 12th or the 9th. I don't know what today is, but he was caught on Monday at the Altoona, Pennsylvania McDonald's. He was like eating hash browns, and he was, one of the employees actually recognized his photo, which they don't actually, from what I'm seeing, the guy was wearing a mask the whole time, but I guess they got his photo from Starbucks, one of the cameras, like his actual profile. So that's what they passed around. Hold on.
I was wondering if that was the same Wayne. That's awesome. I'm glad to see you, Wayne.
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had read something about that too, Martin.
I can't see what he's saying. All right, so here's this guy right here. Let me show you a picture of him. This is him right here. His name is Luigi Mangione. He is a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate. And, oh shit. Let me see. He
was flirting with a girl and flashed his smile.
Yeah, so in
said.
Starbucks, apparently he was flirting. Dude, this is why you got to wear a mask. He would have totally got away with it. I think he wanted to get caught.
I don't think so, because people, like, he still showed his top half of his face.
Yeah, but this guy is caught with fake IDs. They had trouble. I mean, so he's not registering himself anywhere as his name. He's not from the state. He's not from New York. He comes here, he lies in wait, and he strikes, and then he literally was on Central Bus or whatever within 30 minutes going back out of town. So he had a gun, which was printed off a 3D printer. You know, he had, which is a ghost gun, so no serial numbers. You can just burn it. If he was smart, he would have just burnt that gun. Mm-hmm. If he was smart, he just would have wore a face mask. If he was smart, he wouldn't have flirted with a Starbucks waitress or ordered a drink. If he didn't want to get caught, and this is kind of scary too, like how easy is it for this guy to do this and not get caught? Because someone at Starbucks recognized his face. They wouldn't have his face if he wore his mask 24/7. If he wore his mask 24/7, they wouldn't have his face. Mm-hmm. If he didn't order anything, they wouldn't have his fingerprint, right? Because the gun, the ballistics,
right,
are
the 3D printed.
3D printed, like that's not, and they have matched the shell casings now to the 3D printed gun because he didn't get rid of it. And I think he kind of wanted to get caught because he had a manifesto,
right,
and all this stuff. But at the same time, if he wouldn't have got caught, this would have this would have set in motion a huge thing. You would have seen this a lot more often. Anyway, this guy is a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate from the University of Pennsylvania. His arrest was because of a McDonald's employee who recognized his photo. Granted, they were getting, I think the reward was up to $60,000, which now apparently even the McDonald's worker is not going to get that money. Something, you know, some bullshit strings attached, all that shit, you know. Anyway, he had a 3D printed ghost gun. He had a Glock magazine inserted into the gun. He had 6 hollow point 9mm rounds. No, excuse me, 6 full metal jacket rounds, which is the very tip is full metal, like completely metal. And he also had a hollow point, which is the ones that are not fully metal, but they spread out. So when he shot the CEO was actually walking into the investor building. He's had threats the past week, yet he has no bodyguard, nothing. He's just walking by himself. And before he even makes it into the building, in his briefcase was the AI plan to increase denial rates for the company, okay? And he was shot before he even entered the building. The first shot goes off, the weapon malfunctions, the shooter, this Luigi guy, clears the malfunction, which is to do that in real time and not really know what you're doing is kind of crazy to me. You know, I don't know if it was like a double feed issue or whatever, but there was a malfunction with the gun. He clears it, continues to fire. The first shot hits the CEO in the back. The second shot hits the guy in the chest, so I think the lung. The medical report is actually not out. And then the last shot shoots him into the thigh, apparently, or the ankle. The calf, I meant. Mm-hmm. And he was pronounced dead pretty quickly. And then, if you listen to the first episode I have, so if you want to go to my link tree, which is linktr.ee/Johnny Llama, and go subscribe, because I'm trying to do the full thing. And I know this is a lot harder for me to do right now because it's like in real time. But so here's like my thing. So this is what it's called. So go subscribe to that. I just put out the first episode. It is just on what we know so far. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to catch up because there's so much stuff coming out now about it. For instance, some of the conspiracy theories. If anybody's heard of MK Ultra was a CIA-backed program in the 70s. All right. Mm-hmm. And it was like have you ever seen that movie, The Men Who Stare at Goats? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that movie, apparently, it kind of has something to do with MK Ultra. So this was a real program that they denied forever, but now it's all been discovered, papers were released. Yeah. It was a mind control type of program. And if you remember the podcast that, I don't know who did it, but the one was it RFK? No, it wasn't RFK. Who was the guy's brother that got killed? Who was John Kennedy's brother? RFK. Yeah, so RFK was killed by this guy named Sirhan or something. Sirhan. He wasn't even from this country. He killed RFK for reasons that no one even understands today, why he would do that. So they think that the CIA actually brainwashed this guy through a program called MK Ultra. And he's basically a sleeper agent at that point. Do you know what a sleeper agent is?
They hypnotize you and suddenly call you into action or something?
Yeah, so like a word, it's like a word that they can say. And if you hear this word like blended raspberry buttholes, if you hear that word, all of a sudden...
I wonder why that was the first thing that came to your mind.
All of a sudden, if you hear that word, you're going to go kill whoever they trained you to kill. So a lot of people are thinking that this guy...
Is a sleeper agent?
Is a sleeper agent, yeah.
And why would that be?
Because his background, right? I mean, this guy, 26-year-old Ivy League student, 130 IQ. You know what? Actually, it's really interesting. Let's go to his Goodreads page, because this will tell you a lot. This is very interesting about this guy. His you've been Goodreads, right?
No.
To rate, yeah, I don't go there either.
No.
But let's see. This is I'm
a judge a book by its cover type of person.
I am too. I mean, take your time to make a good damn cover, you know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. This is let me find his actual Goodreads file. Let me see. Damn, it's about to fucking rain.
Is it?
You don't hear that out there? So we know he reviewed the Unabomber Manifesto. That's one of the things he reviewed. Here's from Distractify. He reviewed Crooked, Outwitting the Back Pain Industry. So he had some back pain, back mechanic. All right, but he also reviewed the Lorax. And let's see, what's some other stuff? I know he reviewed Ted Kaczynski's book.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi Mangione thought Ted Kaczynski was really an extreme political revolutionary. He is a 26-year-old computer scientist, this guy is. That's what it says. And, yeah. Oh, here's his Goodreads account right here. This is what I've been looking for. No, I'm not going to sign up for this fucking thing. Oh, it's now private. Well, that's weird. Who the fuck made it private?
Goodreads, maybe?
Oh, maybe I have to sign in to fucking look at it. Anyway. So right now, this guy, he was caught at McDonald's. He is charged with multiple charges. He's getting extradited back to New York, right? Second-degree murder, and which is crazy. Second-degree murder. That's a first-degree murder charge, is it not?
I would think so.
Criminal possession of a forged instrument, which relates to the fake New Jersey driver's license, because he checked into a hostel in New York. Multiple weapon charges, including an untraceable firearm and a suppressor. So, like in the podcast I did, the bullets, I actually had to put a gun cocking so people understand. But the bullets are like, doof, doof. If you ever watched James Bond, this is the suppression. It doesn't sound like a bullet. It's like suppressed. If you take a pillowcase or like an oil filter, apparently, put it on the end of a pistol, it's the same shit. The ballistic evidence, the gun was found on Mangione that matches the shell casings. They were also looking for a backpack, a gray backpack. They found it, and inside the backpack, there was Monopoly money, all right, which was obviously planted there by Mangione. As like a, this is why I did it type of thing, like a motive. And then on the shell casings that were fired, there were 3 words, and I always get these confused: delay, deny, depose, which is what the insider healthcare staff workers have been calling the program, basically, that they're doing to deny claims, right? So right now he's facing extradition back to New York. So let me type in some stuff. I mean, what do you got? What do you got questions on?
I've heard a lot of, and I think this is more just as you go into more research to continue to catch up. I've heard some interesting other theories about he disputed the amount of money that was found on him and the type of bags that were found. I don't know all the details. I have not read this directly, so I'm hearing this from someone who was reading on the case and was telling me about it. And so it was kind of like he accepted everything but those 2 items, the dollar amount, the foreign currency amount, and like the type of bags. I guess it was said that they were like cell phone tower blocking, bags. And he said they were just waterproof bags. That's not the same. So it seemed odd that what was being denied. And then there was this whole conspiracy about the Monopoly, money, and there's just a lot that's out there, and something about YouTube videos and countdown and code in the videos. I know a lot of things, and that's just from what I've been hearing, like on the side. Yeah.
So, all right, for YouTube videos, let's watch this one. This is his valedictorian speech.
All while supporting their metabolism.
All set? Congratulations.
He's a good-looking dude too, which is another thing.
Day. I'm honored to be speaking to you all today on behalf of the Gilman class of 2016. When I started writing the speech, I talked with several students and teachers and asked how they would describe the class of 2016.
I'm not going to watch the whole fucking thing. Let me see. Well, let's... There are some conspiracy theories. All right, I talked about the MK Ultra. The speculation is fueled by his erratic behavior. So when he was arrested, like you were just talking about, he was making bizarre statements about intelligence agencies. And some people pin that to mental stress or you know, other forces, mind control, shit like that. We know that he went silent for at least a month before this happened, and people were reaching out to him.
Yeah, I heard for several months.
Which fuels the speculation, because you go silent. Well, what are you getting, freaking, brainwashed? You can't talk to anyone?
Or what Lauren said, he was going through like a mental breakdown.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
His writings, apparently they're not out, but we know some of the things he said, some of the things he says were like, talks about the healthcare industry as parasites. And everyone knows this. Like the healthcare industry is terrible. Like everyone knows this. Dude, when I watch TV, we got the projector, and like, you know, Amazon has like, even though you're a Prime member, it's like watch these ads for limited interruption, and then they fucking put them every 20 minutes. But they're like, out of 8 of the ads, 6 of them are all about some fucking dumb medicine. So you sit there and everything that they're saying, you think you have type of shit.
Yes.
The healthcare industry is fucking terrible.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of problems with it.
Exactly. And there are problems. I mean, this United Healthcare was bragging about their profits.
Yeah.
An insurance company, to brag about your profits is only good when you have no one that needs help. Like,
well,
you're not denying.
It's a for-profit company, right? So they've got shareholders. They've got. You know, not. I'm just saying that's how it is. That's not. Might not mean it's right.
That is you know what? After this, like, I don't know, man. I know the free healthcare system doesn't work, but at the same time, man,
this
like,
ain't working either.
Some of the stories I've been hearing about some of the patients who've been denied are,
and it's not just United. I mean, it's across the board with other healthcare companies.
I know, but now they're all looking to United as like the new standard. Oh, how do we get our denial rates up that way? Because the more people they deny and the more people's money they take, the more investors make. It's a terrible incentive for a fucking program. The incentive is to deny people and take their money. It should be a fucking illegal. I mean, yeah, they do pay out, and people here said that they were good to them or whatever, but a lot of people aren't getting paid out. A lot of people aren't getting the help they need.
Or it's what's covered, right? It's about, hey, your doctor tells you need surgery to fix whatever, and the insurance company can say, no, it's not medically necessary, or, you know.
But now they're not even
sort of thing.
Now they're not even doing it with humans.
Right.
Like, the humans aren't doing it. It's a fucking computer program that tells you you're denied within 6 minutes of going through your account. Within 6 minutes, you're denied. There's no human emotion. It's a numbers game. It is terrible. All right. And this guy, I mean, yeah, that's like saying, oh, it's not my fault. Yeah, I just work at the company. No, you got to take responsibility for it. You're the fucking CEO. You know, I'm just saying, man.
Well, I don't know. There's like people use AI for all kinds of things. Would you say it's wrong to use it
if it hurts someone? Yeah. If it's denying claims that need to be paid out, then yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just planting a different seed. I'm trying to, think about it from a different way. But it's it's gotten people talking a lot more than I would have guessed. You know, like it's staying front and center.
Well, so
sure.
Here's the thing too. Like, all right, so you have these school shooters and stuff, and all these shooters, and a lot of them just want to make a name for themselves because whatever, they're losers and they want to be remembered. But now you have this guy who's killed someone, which people want to do, and he could be possibly remembered as like a hero to a lot of people. So I wonder if that's going to shift the paradigm here with these kids. It's like, well, instead of going to shoot up a school, which I'm probably literally, guys, this video is definitely not going to be on here tomorrow after I just said that. I can promise you. So.
Are we streaming on Rumble as well? Maybe it'll say.
No, I guess I'll put it on Rumble later. Instead of going to shoot up a school, I'll just go and, kill a CEO of one of these freaking conglomerate money hungry companies.
But I think that kind of that's maybe mixing the motive, well, that's I don't know. That's interesting thought.
This is for Lauren. The Hawaii friends of Luigi Mangione said he was a natural leader who led a book club where members would share ideas while watching sunsets on a place called Magic Island.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I guess. He was just such a thoughtful and deeply compassionate person at everything he did. That's what one of his friends says. This is at the Honolulu's Ala Moana Beach Park.
Now, we know he had some back problems. He had back surgery, and that was very significant, things like that. I still feel like, though, that there's something missing about what particularly got him motivated to do this, right? Because I don't think there were any, from what I had read, any issues with his claims getting approved or anything like that. Like, he had a problem, he had surgery, things like that.
All right, so Luigi Mangione's back surgery and his experience with chronic pain appear to be significant factors in his life, potentially contributing to the shooting. But as of now, we don't really know. They haven't released the notebook that was found and any of the words that he had written.
Okay.
But Luigi reported that he suffered from spondylolisthesis. Damn, that actually sounds right. Spondylolisthesis.
You may have pronounced it right.
Spondylolisthesis.
Well, you had it maybe once.
Spondyloius. And a lot of people think he looks like Ted Bunds, too. What do you think? What is spondylolisthesis? The back condition that derailed Luigi Mangione's life. All right. This is... let me kind of go through this a little bit. It says, what a difference a fraction of an inch can make. Having one of 33 bones in his spine out of alignment by less than half an inch apparently diminished Luigi Mangione's quality of life to the point where his lower legs felt like they were on fire.
Oof.
At other times, the 26-year-old charged with murdering the CEO seesaw between pain and numbness in his lower back and genital area. He is believed to be diagnosed with spondylolisthesis. A back condition emerged during childhood and became debilitating after an accident during a surfing lesson in 2022. My back and hips locked up after the accident, wrote a Reddit user who's apparently was...
I think it was him.
Yeah, they think it was him. His account has been deleted. Also complained that he had intermittent numbness. His intermittent numbness has become constant. I mean, it's called spondylolisthesis. can begin before birth if the spine doesn't develop properly in utero or after an accident. I mean, so I don't know. Let's see. Did he get denied? I mean, you know that shit's going to come up.
I don't know. I mean, it does sound like a very serious, back pain for sure. There's nothing more important than your health. Like if something is not right, and you're not feeling good, or if you are not able to get out of bed, like
let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about the VA, right? Fuck the VA. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I know my testosterone's low. I'm 38. I'm going on 39. I know as a fucking man that I'm getting low testosterone. I fucking know it, right? So I go into the VA and say, hey, can I have a check? Can I do a blood test for my testosterone? The doctor says, sure. All right. I go back 2 weeks later, and of course he didn't put me in the fucking system, so I show up there and basically have to beg for my scheduled appointment, which I've detailed all of this into an email to him, and I am waiting for his reply, which he will not, I can promise you. And anyway, I get there, they draw the blood. It comes back, my testosterone, out of a level of 250 to 1100, 250 to 1100
as the range
for
where your level should be.
Where your level should be. Oh, that's a normal range, which is a ridiculous range to begin with, 250 to 1100. I am at 253. So I get the fucking thing, the paper, and I call him up and I'm like, hey, just got the test results. Can we talk about testosterone replacement? Because, I'm literally scraping the barrel here. No, you're within normal range. But this is what this fucking doctor said. Dr. Alexander Shithead. He said, but don't skip meals because your glucose is low. Motherfucker, I come in here because I know as a fucking man that my testosterone is low. I take a test and I'm scraping the motherfucking barrel at 253, 3 points above the normal range, and you tell me I'm fine? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I go into another doctor today and they laugh at that. They're like, that is fucking crazy.
The range is actually 300 to whatever.
The range is actually 300, not 250. And yeah, you are at the very bottom. A lot of guys come in here and you are one of the lowest I've seen. Mm-hmm. So fuck the VA. I can say that. Fuck them. They put me through a lot of shit. Fuck the VA, man. I almost killed myself because of the fucking VA. Yes. Fucking assholes. Anyway. Welcome back. All right.
It's been a fun few days.
In 2023, Mangione went spinal fusion surgery that involved inserting screws into his spine. He reported significant improvement post-surgery, claiming to be off pain medication within 7 days. He then shared an X-ray image of his spine and screws to his former roommate. The potential connection to the shooting, let's talk about that. All right. He expressed frustration with his long wait time for surgery, fearing that he was destined to have chronic pain and a desk job. He had written materials expressing disdain for corporate America, and he did read the Ted Kaczynski book, and he gave it 4 stars. I'm definitely going to check it out. Now, Ted Kaczynski was a Luddite. Yeah. All right. It's different. I think the motivation's different. No one's going to follow Ted Kaczynski, right? Because number one, he's killing innocent people. Mm-hmm. And no one likes that. Mm. You know what I'm saying? No one likes that. No one's going to follow you if you kill innocent people. And number two, you know what? Technology is kind of cool. I like technology. Most people like technology. I mean, this guy was talking shit about having a television set. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to get on board with that.
We would not be able to get on board with that. You've lost me.
All right. So the words deny, defend, and depose were reportedly written on the shell casings found at the crime scene, echoing a book title about insurance companies not paying claims. See, I'm all learning this information now. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do a full podcast, which is hard to do because I mean I'm getting music and all this shit into the podcast, writing a script, and trying to do all this research is a lot.
Yeah.
With the other case I did with Micah Miller, you know, it was different, even though it's kind of still going on. Like the information had been out for months. Like, this information is literally coming out. And also, you know what this kind of drowned out is that Daniel Penny judgment. That guy that choked the guy on the subway, choked him to death. And he was like a Marine, this guy on the subway, and he was found not guilty, which he should have been found not guilty because anyway, this guy on the subway comes on board. He's yelling, "I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to fucking kill everybody. I don't care about going to jail." So this ex-Marine puts him in a chokehold, kills him by accident. And I guess people were upset because, I don't know. Anyway, that was a big thing, but apparently this is even bigger, so.
Yeah, I don't think we covered that.
Oh, no, he just got off trial.
I know, I don't remember. I don't even think it came up in headlines.
Oh, no, yeah, because it's, you know. All right. What else are we covering here with this thing?
I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of detail and conspiracy to try to suss through.
What are some conspiracy details?
Well, I had heard, about, I don't know if you looked into this whole YouTube video thing. So he had multiple, like a, timed YouTube video about there's more coming.
Oh my God. All right. So maybe.
Basically.
Here's some conspiracy theories that I'm definitely going to dive into on the pod. All right. And like I said, subscribe to the pod if you want.
To the pod.
All right. The 286 conspiracy theory. This theory revolves around this number 286, which is a recurring element in this case. His former Twitter account had exactly 286 posts on it before it was deactivated. The Pokemon Breloom. What the fuck is that?
Don't know.
The Pokemon Breloom, which has a Pokedex number of 286, was featured in Mangione's X account banner. And I want to say, with Pokemon, I used to love Pokemon when I was a kid, up until the first 50. You fucked up when you started adding all the other ones. I used to be able to name every fucking one of them up to the first 50, and then you got stupid with it. You got fucking stupid. The creatures are getting dumber and dumber and fucking more stupid and more inbreded. Okay? Keep it with the 50 and leave it there. Like, what the fuck? All right?
That is John's take on the matter.
Some have linked the number to the Bible verse, Proverbs 28:6, which discusses integrity and corruption, aligning with Mangione's anti-corporate sentiments. All this shit's going to be in the podcast. I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
There's allegations that he's a fall guy. Some people believe that it is too convenient and he may have been set up to take the fall for the murder. In some of the posts I've seen, the shooter, and this is interesting, we can verify this right now, that the shooter, whoever shot, because we don't know if this guy shot her or not. We don't know. Like, no one, that's not on, like, no, you don't see his face when he's shooting. We don't know who shot him. I mean, he was wearing a mask when he was doing it. Right?
There weren't witnesses?
No. I mean, there were witnesses, but no one's... He's walking past pedestrians wearing a mask. I mean, if you're wearing a full mask, how's anyone going to identify you?
It's not a full mask, though. He's just wearing a...
Up into his eyes. All you can see is his eyes, which brings me to my next thing. A lot of people think that it's two different people under that mask. I'll show you. All right, so this is the guy. This is the guy that Luigi Mangione, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at, let me see, what picture is this? There's a photo that I've seen. So this is what they have of him right here. So, I mean, he's not wearing, I mean, he's not uncovered completely. Anyway, let me type in eyebrows because that's like the giveaway factor. I know some people had apparently in one of the photos his eyebrows don't match up. I'm trying to figure out which one I've seen it at. I've seen so many of these photos. Oh, let's look at this right quick. So apparently he yells something at the media. I didn't even see. Shooter, United Healthcare yelling. Here we go. This is him taking into
What's
court.
even easier than dropping food in the trash?
No, I don't know, dude. What is easier than that, huh? Me skipping your fucking dumbass ad? That's easy.
Luigi, do it. And it's completely out of touch. And it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and its lived experience.
What did he say?
It's an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
Luigi, do it. And it's completely out of touch. And it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
If someone offs this guy in prison, you can damn well believe that he was the fall guy. I mean,
There's a lot to unpack here. You got a lot to dig through, sift through. A lot of conspiracy.
he wasn't screaming at the press. He was trying to send a message to the American people. Completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of American people. It's a lived experience. So people are even anyway. Yeah, what else what else can we know about this guy? There's a lot of conspiracies on this shit. A lot, dude. And I'm just getting into it right now.
Yeah. Tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg, yeah. This is the guy walking.
"6:17 a.m., the alleged gunman came to this Starbucks, according to law enforcement sources, where he made several purchases.
See, I mean, you
Just
can't
2
even
blocks
tell that's him. I mean, you can't.
away from where the shooting happened.
6:30 a.m. in new video obtained by the New York Times, the shooter walks less than 200 feet away from the soon-to-be crime scene. He appears to be on the phone.
At 6:44 a.m., Brian Thompson leaves his hotel, which is just across the street. He comes this way to enter the Hilton Hotel where the conference is. And as he's making his way, the gunman is here waiting for him.
Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target.
Seconds after Thompson passes him, the gunman begins what police call a targeted attack. CNN obtained this video.
This guy's fucking
Watch
suit.
as the gunman comes from behind and raises his handgun within feet of Thompson. What happens next is too disturbing to show.
No.
The assassin opens fire, shooting Thompson in the back. Thompson stumbles and looks back at his killer as the gunman walks towards him. Police say the gun malfunctions, but the shooter clears the jam and continues to fire.
I was paying attention, I was holding my phone, then I heard the shot. Saw him, after he shot him, he ran across the street this way.
Seconds later, police say the gunman flees through an alleyway towards 55th Street, makes a right, and then gets on an e-bike and goes north on 6th Avenue.
At 6:46 a.m., the first 911 call goes out. There's been a shooting outside the Hilton Hotel. 2 minutes later, 6:48 a.m., Officers arrive on scene to find Thompson, a 50-year-old male, lying on the sidewalk, gunshot wounds to his back and leg. At the same time, the shooter is seen riding his e-bike into Central Park.
Crazy.
Yeah. More to come.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. It's good to see everybody.
You trying to hurry this shit up? Jesus Christ.
No.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll go then.
I thought that's what you were doing. Oh my gosh. I can never win. I can never win.
All right. So I'm going to keep looking at this shit. And I don't know. I mean, I
have y'all listened to the Micah Miller one yet, by the way? It is crazy.
Yeah, y'all know I'm kind of on a hiatus or whatever. Kind of.
You're focusing on standalones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're not putting out podcast episodes.
Yeah, they're just different, I guess. Anyway, yeah, go subscribe to that. I'm going to try to put out 2 episodes tomorrow at least so I can get caught up. They're not going to be like completely polished yet because I'm just trying to get all the information out. But dude, there's so much I want to go into with these conspiracies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also the healthcare, man. Like I want to this AI thing is fucking terrible, man. It's terrible. And like maybe this was a good thing, you know, because now people are like, wait, there's AI that are just denying claims within 6 minutes. They're not even looking at the claims. They're just getting blanket denied. Holy fuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren, go to my LinkedIn page or what's it called? LinkedIn tree page, which is Johnny Llama. And it's this one. Somebody also give me a better logo. I made that myself. I don't think it's very good. Anyway, all right.